Hi, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to continue talking about breathing specific to heavy club swinging. We're going to talk about two major forms of breathing, same two types of breathing that we talked about with kettlebelling, and that is the single breath for heavy weights and the double breath for lighter, more manageable weights. And we're going to demonstrate this first video on inside circles and outside circles. Same thing, two separate directions, same breathing pattern. So there's going to be four things in this video. Inside circle, single breath, inside circle, double breath, outside circle, single breath, outside circle, double breath. We're using a 30-pound Night FX club today. Point your feet straight ahead. Single breath, inside circle. For the single breath, what we're trying to do is inhale at the bottom just like we did with kettlebells. Inhale where it's kind of most likely to rip you apart, and then exhale at the top where you're trying to control. The double breathing method, exhale both places. Exhale through the mouth. Point of the double exhale is you're exhaling every time you change directions. On the inside circle, you're coming from inside, you're transitioning to outside, you're going from down to up, direction change, exhaling there as you cross the bottom, and then at the top, exhaling, changing directions. Coming from towards the body to away from the body, from in to out. The same thing for the outside circle, single breath technique for heavier weights. Inhale across the bottom, any way you want. Exhale at the top for the control pause. Inhale across the bottom. This is the technique that we use for heavy weights. Inhale where it's trying to rip you in half at the heaviest point with the heaviest weight. Exhale for the control pause. The double breathing technique, same thing, but now we're going to breathe every time we change directions. The direction change is here at the bottom and here in the middle. For the heavy weight, we are inhaling at the bottom because that's the point where the weight kind of has the most force. It is going down, it is picking up force as it goes down. It is accelerating at this heaviest point down here at the center is where it's kind of trying to rip you in half the most. As you change it back into the pull up, we're inhaling to fill our body up with air as if your body is a hose. If your body is a hose, if a hose is loose, if there's nothing inside of it, it's floppy. When you put a bunch of water through the hose, it gets stiffer. The higher the pressure of the water through the hose, the stiffer the hose gets. That's why a firefighter's hose will lift a firefighter up off the ground. They have to have all those guys at the end of the fire hose, because if they don't have all those guys down there, the pressure of the water going through will chuck them all across the, wherever, the fire zone. So that's the reason for heavier weights. We're inhaling at the bottom and exhaling at the top. For the medium weight, the weight's not that heavy. It's not actually going to rip us in half anymore because it's an intermediate to light weight. We are exhaling to force a core contraction at each point. So as we change directions, we're exhaling and our core involuntarily contracts. If our core contracts, then everything else in our body starts to contract as well. They are tension creation techniques for different purposes. The tension creation techniques there's many of them. These are the two that I like the most, so we're going to talk about these two the most.